You're listening to an AppleVis podcast.
Hey, AppleVisers, Tyler here, with a quick tip for how to change Safari's default search engine on iOS, iPadOS, and macOS. In addition to Google, which is the default, Safari supports Yahoo, Bing, DuckDuckGo, and Ecosia as alternatives. You may want to change this setting if one of those search engines has a particular feature that you prioritize or use over others, or if you want to increase your level of privacy by using something other than Google. On the topic of privacy, you can choose to have different search engines for standard versus private browsing windows. So if you, for example, don't mind Google for standard browsing tasks, but would rather use something like DuckDuckGo for tasks with which you'd like more privacy, you could change it so that DuckDuckGo would be the default in private browsing windows. So to demonstrate this, I'm going to first go on my iPhone, go into Settings, and then Safari. And there are two options there that I can go over. So, Settings,
Safari, button.
Safari.
Allow Safari to access, heading.
And these options are under the search heading, and I have my rotor set to headings. So I'm going to swipe down,
Search, heading.
swipe right,
Search engine, Google, button.
Google. If I double tap,
Selected, Google.
and the options we have are Google, Yahoo, Bing, DuckDuckGo,
Ecosia.
and Ecosia. So if I back out of this
Safari, back button. Safari, search engine, Google, button.
and swipe right,
Private search engine, default, button.
private search engine default. So whatever search engine you specified as the default in the last selection list, that will apply in private browsing as well. However, if you want a different search engine for private browsing, just double tap,
Selected, use default search engine.
and we have use default. Or if you swipe right,
Google,
Google, Yahoo, Bing, DuckDuckGo,
Ecosia.
and Ecosia. So that's how to change the setting on iOS and iPadOS. So now if I go to macOS, do the same thing. I'll switch over to my Mac. And I'm going to open Safari with a keyboard command or command I have.
Safari, start page, window, toolbar.
And to access the setting, I'm going to press Command, comma, to open Safari settings.
General, button.
And because the last setting I used when I was in Safari settings was a search setting, it should be already focused on the Safari search settings window. And to verify, I'm going to press VO F2.
Search window, two windows.
Search. If it's something different for you, interact with the toolbar and click the search button. And I appear to be interacted with the toolbar, so I'm going to stop interacting with VO Shift up arrow.
Out of toolbar.
VO right.
Search engine,
Google.
search engine, pop-up button.
And in this menu,
Menu checkmark, Google.
we have Google,
Yahoo,
Bing,
DuckDuckGo,
DuckDuckGo,
Ecosia.
and Ecosia.
Google, search engine, pop-up button.
And if I VO right,
Private browsing search engine,
private browsing search engine.
default, pop-up button.
And it's the same behavior here. You go into this pop-up menu and you can choose the same options. One for standard default search engine and one for the search engine to be used as a default in private browsing windows. As a bonus tip, if you use DuckDuckGo as your default or private search engine, but want to search a different engine, in the smart search field, you can hit exclamation mark and the name of the search engine. So for example, Google, and then the space, and then your search term. So if I wanted to search, for example, AppleVis using Google, but had DuckDuckGo set as my default, I would just type exclamation mark Google space AppleVis, and it would perform a Google search. And that works on iOS, iPadOS, macOS, in addition to just the regular DuckDuckGo.com website, because this is a feature of DuckDuckGo, not of Safari itself. So that's a quick tip for how to change Safari's default search engine, either for standard browsing or private browsing. I hope you found it helpful. Peace.
This AppleVis podcast has been brought to you by the community of AppleVis.com for the latest in resources and tips and tricks to get you the best experience from your Apple device. Visit www.applevis.com.